Hello and welcome back to another turn of the round 2 game 8 Lucid tournament game. And I've got our Pythium with me.
Hello, hello, hello.
Yes, and we are jumping in on turn 3.
I'm ready to see a dragon.
Yes, we got messages, we got expansions. We'll go messages first. Pythium, hello YouTube. Pretty happy with the cap circle? Yep, I would agree with that. Not that Rotarius can't deal with hard pop types, but I'll take easy ones over heavy cav any day. A special treat is the Lion Tribe for that early nature access, which I'll need for the Lars. They only need a lab, which is a nice plus over other tribe mages. And if I get lucky and roll a random, pretty much all of them are useful to me. I'm curious to see Nabaz full bless. I am sure they have quickness and are my northern neighbor. Everybody's checking titles. So he's looking at ways to beat Quick and Jangard. Besides that, not much else to say. Hope you have fun following this one, and it'll be an entertaining game. Yeah. And I've played with this guy before. When I was, I think I was Phaeacia. But,
oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what is blessive and if it is helpful for the Lars, because I think they're quite a big strength for the Pythium.
Yeah, the Lars are pretty nice.
Yeah, and they also enjoy a similar bless to the... What are the angels? The Earth-3 angels they can get?
Virtues, maybe?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah, anyway, those,
yeah.
they, both of those benefit from quite a similar stuff.
Yeah, no, they're an interesting one. Machaka. Did Marignon go Awake Titan Magic 3 Entry Turn 2 Trinity Skelly Spam? I don't know. I haven't seen it. That'd be
He's right there, big
though.
if true. Like that was roping me in, really. I was
that would be
seeing that.
A hell of a thing.
I think we would have heard something surely.
You'd think so.
You can't keep that under wraps from the Omniscient, surely.
Ooh, Phaeacia. Decent luck with the indies, but terrible luck with a turn 2 event of 43 unrest. He does have order scales and a cap site that reduces unrest, which is pretty fortunate. So that helps get rid of it. But that is rough. That is one of the biggest downsides of misfortune, right? Like, this is a thing that happens when you take misfortune.
It hurts a lot when you get it this early on.
It really does. Okay. We have a double expand from Pythium, or potentially another scout ping.
Maybe a triple, I think goes to another one.
Oh, is there another?
I think it must be a scout ping, but
okay. So we got the Velites here,
which is interesting.
On sparse line with Retarii on the sides. So to me, this is a group that's going to take one province and then be done. Because a lot of these Retarii are going to make it into combat, and so they're not going to be available again.
Yeah, I'm not sure how efficient it's going to be. Why do you think he's done the sparse line? Is that just to stop the commander getting snipes, or?
Maybe. I gotta say, I don't see a lot of sparse line.
If you're going to do that, I think you just put like 5 of the gladiators on guard commander.
Yeah, and it doesn't. I mean, it's going to help. They're not even going to really hold their sparse line super well. And then some of them are going to fire.
They're on fire as well, so the gladiators are getting in earlier.
Yeah, but these gladiators got kind of caught up. Which I don't think is really what he intended. Now, there's not much here. And Retarii are...
Yeah, no, I mean, we're being pretty negative about it. I mean, he's definitely going to like take this and everything. He's just going to... Yeah. It's going to cost a lot more. I'm not sure if it's worth it compared to just having more of the legionaries, although it's probably the production that he's doing this for.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand, especially when you're doing a multi-expansion like this, right? Even if your group's only going to take one province, if it's like a high resource province or just getting that momentum going, I could see it working out.
Yeah, I think that using the Retaris, I think is good. I just think it could have been more efficient.
I think potentially, yeah. So he takes this, loses 3 Velites, and then obviously we don't see any Retarii, but we know that he did, in fact, gonna have a bunch of Retarii who have retired or earned their freedom, or however it is. Okay, we have a scout ping.
Just run away to the hills with Spartacus, don't they?
Yeah. Another easy province. I mean, we got militia and light infantry with some archers.
Yep, that shouldn't be a problem.
I think militia have a tendency to have a wizard as their leader or some other mage that has like a bodyguard. So I wonder if that's why he chose to especially ping this province.
Yeah. And he's got another one.
Yeah, so we'll just finish him off here. So here's all of... okay, so we've got now the LA legionaries with Velites on a flank. And then
I think the Prophet is also here as well.
That's the Prophet. Get that Sermon of Courage in. Some heavy infantry.
Yeah, it's going to be easy, though.
Looks pretty straightforward here to take this out. This one, he's in a regular line. So, yeah, I'm not sure exactly what the logic is on the sparse line of the other one.
Yeah, I don't hate it. I'm just...
Yeah, I just don't know.
100% sure why.
These big shields are going to go... So, again, he's going to let the gladiators just get right in there. So, he's trying to preserve these lives, and he's saying, yes, I'm going to lose 100% of these gladiators, pretty much.
Yep, well, if he's tested it and it works, I mean...
Yeah. I think it definitely is going to limit attrition amongst his legionaries, so... I get it. He does lose 3 legionaries still, and probably all the Retarii are going to go ahead and bail.
Yep. Successful double expand, though. I think he got a big farmland there as well, so...
yes. We didn't check the bless.
Oh.
Shock res, poison res, fire res, undying, HP, enchanted blood, swamp survival, hello Satis, and unaging. He must have an old mage.
Yeah, you do. You're big mages.
Oh, that's right. Yep, the big mage is old. I remember. So a lot of resistances, really nice. Everything but cold. And then undying and enchanted blood goes a long way to make your sacred mages hang on.
Yeah, I think this is a bless that kind of works decently for like all your summons and your like recruitable sacred guys and your mages and everything. No, Reinvig, that would have been pretty nice. Yeah, something like that. But I think everything is going to be pretty decent with this.
Yeah. Enchanted Blood Undying is, I think, pretty popular nowadays. I wonder how many of those we'll see. Yeah,
I think it works pretty well. He hasn't taken it for this, but I think it works pretty well as a sort of poison resistance. Usually counteracts that at a decent rate.
Good point. All right, Paren has got his starting army, plus he was able to recruit 2 of his Emerald Knights. I'm sure we'll see them get blessed up here. And he's got attack, 15 shock res, 5 poison res, 5 fire res, and heroism. So,
what are your thoughts on this then? You've got a game on the channel with these.
I do.
I think, haven't you?
So I like a lot of parts of it. I think shock res is huge for the nation. I think you absolutely want to take shock res. I think I didn't take it in my first game, and I definitely regret that.
This much, or is this too much?
This is a lot. I mean, I like it can work. I'm not saying it's a bad idea. This is a lot of shock res because you do have easy access to adding another 5 from spells. And I don't know exactly how much the difference is between 15 and 20. When you're dealing, particularly Wrathful Skies, I think is the main thing you're after. The problem, of course, being that most of your fighting mages aren't sacred, so you're going to need to go ahead and come up with shock resistance solutions for them anyway. But it's a lot of resistances. This is a strong unit. Like, it's a very good heavy cav unit. It is not a Knight of Avalon. I don't know, like, this is a lot of resistances with very little extra stats or killiness.
Yeah, and importantly, I think no MR to sort of take it into the late game anyway.
Yeah, I don't mind that as much.
You think that's just not possible anyway? Does it not?
I think it doesn't matter that much because, you are already at an MR deficit, so it's sort of like trying to fill a weakness that's going to be hard to fill. But also, you just have the best demons, like the best access to demons in the age, and some of the best access to demons in the game. And so I think you're probably going to be transitioning out of your sacred and into a mostly demonic army as the really late game comes around anyway.
So, with that being the case, do you think resistances are the right way to go, or do you think you just want early power for while you really want to be using these guys?
So my thoughts on Pred, I'm excited to see what he does here and see how it goes differently. My thoughts are right. I want to take a decent amount of stats so I can use the Emerald Knights to win my first war, and then fast research up essentially to Wrathful Skies. And so I want shock resistance on them because I'm still going to have them around while Wrathful Skies is like my big play. But then after that Wrathful Skies sort of timing, I think I'm pretty much on to demons, and these guys are just not going to be a huge part of my game anymore. They already have 5 fire resistance, so adding 5 more is putting them to 10, and then you can cast, fire resistance to up to 15. But, 10 is probably going to serve you pretty well for what you need these guys for. Poison resistance is fine, but I think you'd be better, your acrobelts can already do poison resistance, and I think you might be better off with Enchanted Blood Undying, something like that. Although obviously that costs more than 5 poison resistance, but so it's not necessarily what I would do, but I'm excited to see how it goes.
Yeah, no, I think we're just kind of picking this part a little bit more because I'm also in a game as Emma Parine, and so I think we're a little bit more familiar, and we've tried to think through this more ourselves. But then, I'm not saying this won't work. I mean,
and who knows, right? Maybe there's something dormant or in prison that we don't even know about yet. This is not a ton of points, right? This is what, 4, 10, 14, 15 points. It's pretty low. So let's see what he gets up to. So the Knights got themselves split. Which this looks
I've
fine.
found that these spearmen kill a lot more than I expect them to.
Not when they're getting shot by their own guys.
Which hopefully doesn't jinx this, but
this Knight's already taken a bunch of damage.
I think it's just his
mount. But...
I think he got a limp though. The absolute bane of sacred cavalry when you're expanding.
Yeah. Now this is a pretty easy province, so I think it's gonna be okay. But looks like he's got them on the run. Okay, he took care of that. Lost 4 spearmen, one of which was friendly fire. But what are you gonna do? Is this gonna be our dragon?
Oh, fingers crossed. Yes.
Nature 8.
That's a lot.
Incarnate regen, yep. Okay. And yeah, he went for personal regen, so he's got 20% regen. That's gonna do pretty well against just about everything. Although I will say again, at 18 prot, 150, even with 20% regen, you might get killed by enough barbs.
You could.
It's not. There's a lot of heavy cav.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen here. I think his poison breath is gonna be pretty nice.
I think it is gonna be pretty nice. Oh, plus 28's a lot. And the stat debuff's gonna go a long way here.
That wasn't even the max it could have been as well.
Yeah. Okay.
He's eating the lance charge. I think
he's fine.
I think he's gonna be okay. We'll have to check to see if he got an affliction there, though. I wouldn't be surprised.
Nah, he looks okay.
No, I guess actually the high regen does make it less likely. I think
it does. It does make it less likely. Now I wonder. We'd have to go check. I wonder what his magic scale is, because you can research enchantment 2 for personal regen with just neutral magic, which he does have. So he could have done that. Now the tricky part is you can't script it.
Yeah.
And so your guys are still. So what I did, I was running a lion, and I wanted to have personal regen up for a turn 1 expand. So you just have him cast a couple times, and he will use, at least the lion would do it. You'd have to, I think you want to check for your particular chassis to make sure that the spell logic hasn't decided to do something crazy.
Yeah, I think it would be more likely though, because you've only got nature, you haven't got the fire path. I assume you mean the celestial.
I would think it'd be pretty likely, but
yeah.
But who knows? We've got of course regen. So some elite warriors, some city guard, and some light infantry. So pretty garbage
the regen,
stuff.
do you think? I think the regen is also potentially quite nice on your lizard shamans.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay, and maybe the big Sobek sacred guys. Could maybe consider using them.
Yeah, they'll get a lot of good use out of it. It's really nice.
I think you just make the normal scales sacred Sobek guys, not the sacred in your cap, because
yeah. The with regeneration as part of your bless, the lizards can do the lizard shamans can definitely set up some turbo communions, some pretty hefty turbo communions.
Oh yeah, definitely.
A ton of investment and with paths that Satis has access to.
Yeah.
All right, so there wasn't too much here. Looks like they've gone ahead and chopped their way through. They did lose 11 guys. Yeah, mostly to the archers, but lizard life. Let's see if we get a lightning bolt. Oh, maybe 2 lightning bolts. Oh no, this is just a regular guy. So enlarged. He's larger. That's what got me. With poison resistance and cold resistance. And larger. Interesting. So
interestingly, I think we've only seen one nation with swamp survival so far.
Yep. Nobody respecting Satis. There's the lightning bolt. The zap. These guys have made their way to the back line. Routed in the center. Looks like they're in pretty good shape here. Okay. Phaeacia takes that one, loses just 5 of the humans.
So, do you think he needed the Storm Captain there? I'm not. Against Lion Tribe, I would think.
It depends where he went, right? The Storm Captain's the only one who's going to sail him around, I think, right? Because this guy's got a small max size.
Okay. We'll have to.
Although I think actually, yeah. So I'll have to see. We can check where he went. But no, it didn't really look like the Storm. Oh, no, I don't want to view it. It didn't look like he was too necessary for this battle. Okay, he did not need to sail, but he may be necessary for the next thing. Although again, sailing does help mitigate that. And their map move, I think, is not great. Because I think they have a lot of armor on. Oh, no, 18. I take it back.
Yeah, 18 is pretty good, actually. I guess they're giants on that side.
Yeah. The Bless is curious because you're putting... So, your Colossi, these 2 are your only sacred mages, besides, obviously, your priest. And the Orichalcum Guard is pretty resource expensive. A lot of magic equipment, which is nice, but that Bless isn't making him, like, insane. On the other hand, you have access to hammers and a forge bonus on your Weaver, so you can put 2 gem shrouds on people, which is pretty nice. So
honestly, I think that...
Yeah.
That's something I would definitely be looking to do.
Yeah, probably has that in mind.
Just a question about the mechanics. I don't know if you might know. He's got larger, and you have a maximum size for sailing. Does that mean he won't be able to sail some things as easily, or?
I don't think it matters because I believe these guys are normally size 4, and they go up to size 5, and he can still sail size 5.
Okay.
So he's good to go. He does not have Baratos has that problem where they have maximums of size 4, and then if you take larger, they go to size 5, and you suddenly can't sail them anymore.
Yeah, that looked like it said 4 there, but I don't know if it just changed.
Did I look at it wrong? Max size 5. That's the used size points.
Oh, used size. Okay. Perfect. Okay, there we go.
Yeah. And then also, I think if you have the dark sails, right, if you're in their dominion, it'll be different.
Yeah, they can do anything, haven't they? Yeah.
Yeah. But for when you're not in dominion. All right, Machaka with 2 expos. Surely we'll see the big guy in one of them. We got the spiders are immediately berserking out there, trying to draw attention away from the rest of this fairly low quality Machaka troops. Taking good advantage of that.
Can they tank it all, these guys, do you think?
Oh, I think so, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I have plus
they
6
look pretty
regen.
cool there with that fire shield. Yeah, they're vibing.
Yeah, they have the fire shield. A lot of these guys all kind of skipped them.
Yeah, they might rout before they reach, but...
Yeah, there goes the heavy infantry. They're on... I think they're on fire and keep distance.
Yeah. Which I like, but...
Oh, this guy... The big spiders are routed.
Oh, wow.
That's the... It looks like they may have been on a squad of 2, so...
Right.
That's the thing that happens. And they are perfectly capable of killing their own leader, I think, in retreat.
He dodged, by the way, there.
He did.
He's going to lose both of them from the expansion party, though, which is going to be pretty painful.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, a little bit sloppy just having them in 2, I think. I mean...
Yeah, it seems like you could have put them with the archers and put them on fire, and they can't fire. They don't have range weapons. They'd run it anyway. But... I mean,
yeah, although we did have them on fire and keep distance, which I think maybe you just have them with the warriors and just put them on holding fire, and then I think that would probably...
Yeah, yeah. On the other hand, he's got his god coming out here. Oh, sulfur haze right off, going up some evocation here. Oh my god.
That was brutal.
Disgusting. Shockwave. Oh my goodness. The carnage.
I imagine there's been a lot of discussion on what the optimum sort of, build is, and scales and blasts, and I like that this guy's just got this thing.
He just got the head turn.
Yeah.
Oh, very nice. Let's just look real quick. So he decided to go. He did decide to go outwards. Although
pretty conservative, I would say. I think I would have been more aggressive with this guy.
Yeah, this is one that's really sort of within his sphere of influence anyway. Yeah, didn't elect to go for any of these. Does he have? Does this guy have aquatic at all? Okay, no, he is not aquatic, so he couldn't go in the lake. But I think probably could have gone for at least one.
Yeah, I think I would have grabbed that plains province near Pythium.
Yeah. You're like, yeah, well, I got 2 out of 3 of our border, and you're happy. You can take the lake later. Good luck. But not what he went for. He did go ahead and pick up this plains, which is, decent population. A bunch of... okay, I take it back. It's 2 sites, 1 gem. That's overly excited.
Old Norman village. But actually, still kind of nice to get in that lake.
Yeah, and he's going to get both of these, and there's only, 10 shamblers here, so lets him get good access to that.
Yeah, is that a library just above that lake there?
Was it what?
Is that a library? Is that...
No, the halfway in.
No, okay.
Alright, are we going to see the quickness bless that everyone has foretold? Yes, we are. Yeah. Alright, it's time for the race cars. Let's see how we do. This is a big bless for Nabah. They're not even gonna
honestly, I think I'm here for it.
It's definitely exciting. Although a bunch of them, or maybe just one of them is not quite fighting yet, but... Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and take them out. Take them out. They've raced to the back line.
Yep, so my thoughts on this are that, quickness is just strong. It makes everything, well, maybe not everything, but it definitely makes the Vanguard, very good. I'm not sure what it helps you beat as opposed to what you can do anyway.
Yeah.
I'm not sure your expansion is going to be that much better, because I think you have good expansion anyway. It maybe puts people off wanting to fight you in an early war, which could be quite useful, but there's probably other things you could take for that as well.
Yeah?
I'm not sure, but I think the jury's still out.
I think it's interesting. I have a hard time believing it's optimal, but I think it's interesting. Over
now,
here,
this is the important one.
Poison Resistance, Blur, Enchanted Blood, Righteous Wrath, Swamp Survival. There's just Swamp Survival. And 175 Heroism.
Yeah, I think Swamp Survival you really want on the end, because if your Sacreds can't fight, then you're extremely vulnerable early on, at the very least.
Yeah, yeah.
Righteous Wrath, I think, helps a lot with the human damage output.
Yep. It is interesting to see Enchanted Blood without any Undying.
Yeah, not on a great sort of like... It's not like they've got lots of HP to be protecting either.
Right.
So
kind of interesting choice
it also gives you the MR, so
yeah.
You'd probably pay 2 points for that. So
yeah. And a ton of heroism.
Yeah, these guys are gonna have some crazy stats.
So let's see what they're up to. Gift of Cheated Fate right off the bat here. Yeah, they're gonna go right through the tribe, although taking a lot of losses back here.
Yeah. Although the Enchanted Blood might be being helpful
helping. Yeah.
in the archery battle.
Yeah, that's true. Still lost 6 though. Plus a Soldier Priest. Saw that one already. And we've got Shinuyama, who's got an eclectic mix.
Yeah, we've got all the species of goblin represented here.
Yeah, Bakemono, O Bakemono, Dai Bakemono. A lot of Bakemono.
Yeah, going with the sword-wielding Bakemono opposed to the archers.
He has.
They are slightly better. They have a little bit more attack, I think, or a little bit more defense.
Yeah,
and slightly more strength.
I think people often do tend to go for the archer one and then actually just plan to have them fight in melee, right? Or am I thinking of like
I think so. But I could see for like your first expansion, it may be being slightly better.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and run into some pretty generic enemies here. I think that they look like they're in.
Yeah, and all the troops hitting at pretty much the same time, and those few armored Bakemono at the back, not quite getting there.
Yeah,
in sync, but pretty good, I think.
Yeah, we do not see any profit. I believe that this player is a proponent of profiting his scout and then preaching his capital. We do have Bakemono routing.
Yeah, they honestly they cannot. The unarmored guys, they just can't wait.
Yeah, their morale of 9. Let's see if they get off the field, because he has won the battle. They made it.
Yeah.
So they all routed, but otherwise didn't lose any of the Dai Bakemono, only 2 of the O Bakemono. Probably pretty good to help. This is a scales expansion, so he's obviously really going to appreciate any capital provinces to get that all underway.
Yeah, was that on a mountain? You could recruit some more Bakemono.
It was not.
You did get that. Okay.
Yeah, interesting choice. He did go for the plains. This was, I think, the easiest province. Didn't go for the mountain here or this higher resource forest. I did say that I tried not to read the chat, but there was a lot of complaining about the low resource counts around his capital. Which there are a lot of low resource counts. We'd have to compare to everybody to see how well. They're definitely already lower than this guy's, but what are you gonna do?
Yeah, I mean that 22,000 farmland looks pretty nice though.
It is. It doesn't got a lot of resources, but it's got a lot of money.
Yeah, so, and I think he's got a forest and a highland, so it's
yeah. I think it maybe is a detriment early, but stuff these high pop provinces, if he can sort of get off the ground, even with potentially a lower resource amount, he's gonna be in really good shape.
Yeah.
And last battle for the turn, Marignon. Spicy
Another
Bless.
one with a bless will be very important.
Oh boy.
That's a list.
Withering weapons. Hello. All right, we got withering weapons. We've got shock, poison, fire. Amusingly enough, no one has taken cold resistance. MR +2, undying 8, disease resistance 80. So that is strong blood, enchanted blood, righteous wrath, and dark vision. All right, so he's taking.
The real question is because of the nature of Marignon. Do you think this is a bless that sort of deals with all problems until, I don't know, the year 3, for instance?
Until year 3? I think this bless is going a long way. It's got a lot of MR. These are going to be some really tanky knights.
I think it goes a long way, but like, does it deal with all those problems? Because you can't really get like alternatives online very quickly as Marignon.
I think this is good into most problems. I think that an early like Machaka could be a problem, although withering weapons might do a good job versus the spiders. But I would expect these knights to hold their own pretty darn well.
Yeah, I like the Righteous Wrath. I actually think this could be pretty good on the flagellants.
Yeah, I mean, you're doubling their HP.
Yeah, and then the Righteous Wrath is going to mean they'll actually like
deal a lot of
be able to do a decent amount of damage.
You're definitely going to bring some flagellants to make sure you're triggering Righteous Wrath.
Yeah.
But this doesn't strike me as a flagellant bless. Maybe the withering weapons. I just like all the resistances and stuff. To me, are more of a night bless.
I don't think that's like the first consideration, but I think it will be actually like pretty decent on them.
Yeah. Some dark vision as well actually goes a long way. We do have, I think they have Astral Fire, right?
Yep.
And so you can do Solar Eclipse, which can give you a stat lead over people who haven't got access to dark vision.
Yep, and there's also quite a lot of caves on this map around the place.
Yep.
I mean, I was asking the question. I do actually quite like it, but I'm pretty partial to an imprisons.
I do love me some stats.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it looks like this is battle already over. Was not too much here. He loses nothing. So there were only 24 guys, but win's a win. So everybody successful in their first go around. Machaka off to an early province lead with their awake. Satis may be looking to catch up with their awake.
But I think the only issues were the Machaka spiders running away.
He did,
because they could have also died in the retreat, which would be pretty painful.
That would be very, and they're pretty likely to do so, as they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 provinces.
Yep, I think it's also determined by your morale.
It is.
So I'm not quite sure what the morale is, but yeah. And then also we saw a lot of Bakemono run away, didn't we? Which
we did.
Unfortunate, but I think that expansion party might be able to go into some weak province.
Yeah, if there's a likely target. I still gonna take a little while for me to learn where everybody's at. They might be able to take out these horse tribe.
Yeah, I think so.
Probably not taking out the heavy cav. Maybe this one. There's a lot of troops, but maybe. Lion tribe are kind of weak, so I think they got options.
Yep.
Okay.
No failures, which is
no failures. Yes. Everybody's starting off on the right foot. So yeah, all right. Any closing thoughts for this turn?
Yeah, I'm glad we've now seen. Have we seen all of the blesses? At this point,
not the one for Shinu.
Okay, but that one shouldn't.
It's probably a bless for the sorcerer.
Yeah.
But it could also be something like a one of the monolith type things that you can go drop on somebody. But
yep, I think I'm quite liking both of the awake expanders. I think the blesses they've got are going to be pretty good on the rest of the stuff, and then the expanders are going to be, obviously very nice early on for some tempo.
Yeah.
So I think I'm enjoying them a lot, and I also I like seeing the Righteous Wrath. I'm interested to see how effective that's going to be.
Yes, I think it's definitely.
I think opinions are pretty mixed on it.
One of the things we didn't see much of was Blood Surge, which I think was a big one particularly in 5, right? It's a lot of very efficient stats, but I think the cavalry split into, horse and rider hurts Blood Surge a lot.
Yeah, I think because they're both Blood 4 and non-incarnate, a lot of the times I think Enchanted Blood is more effective for like expansion stuff with heavy cav and things like that.
Yeah, but
you can choose between the two, even though they don't do similar things. They're competing on price.
They are, however, they're not necessarily, unlike the mains 5, right? You can just pick both of them at Blood 4. So they're not really competing.
No, but you're probably not looking to spend 8 points on. Normally, I think you're choosing between the two. Just based off, just based off when I've been making, my own builds. I find that I think I want to take Blood Surge because stats, and if you've got a lance or something, and then I end up sort of thinking actually Enchanted Blood's better for what I'm trying to do now. I think it's easier to make that work.
Yeah, I think Blood Surge for me isn't fighting so much with Enchanted Blood. I think they tend to be kind of on some of the same units I'm interested in, but I think Surge obviously is best when you have killy units that
I think it's
get that first kill to get it rolling.
Yeah, I think it's easier to see the value on Enchanted Blood because you can kind of sometimes it's a lot easier to see my unit didn't die there.
Yeah, you get the little green numbers.
Whereas it's harder to see I actually got the extra value from the Blood Surge.
Yeah, that's fair.
That could also be part of it.
Yeah. But all right, that was turn 3. The villains went to Satis. Ooh, the Black Riders. We obviously pay inflated prices, so I don't. Yeah, 350 golds. They are quite expensive, but 15 heavy cav can definitely be an expansion party. So
yeah, I'd expect essentially multiple people to bid on that.
I'd expect multiple bids at a pretty high price because this is you're gonna get a lot of money's worth out of these guys usually.
Yeah, I mean if you use them right, you should really be getting 3 provinces from that.
Yeah, maybe even more.
Well, if you buy them again, but
well, you get the discount on buying them again if you already have
it.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, thank you for joining me.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I'm glad to starting to get some of the pieces of the puzzle filled in.
Yes. Thanks everyone for watching. I hope to see you all in the next episode. Have a great day.
Bye.